Okay, so there's 9 points for EFT. Hi, Julie. There's 9 points for EFT that you want to start tapping. And the very first point is the karate chop, okay? So it's your karate chop, it's right here. So what you want to do is you want to tap 5 to 7 times on each of your points. Hopefully you guys can see this and you do it along with me. I'm going to teach you the points first, and then I'm going to teach you the language that goes with it. So this is your first point. It's your karate chop point. And then from there, our side of our hand, right? And then we go from, I have notes, I just want to make sure I remember, but we have, we go to our eyebrow. So the next one is you go to the bone at the top of your eyebrow where the hair of your eyebrow is, and you tap on the bone. That's the second point. And then the third one is you go, you take your hand to the end of your eyebrow over here on this bone, excuse me, and you tap on that bone. That's your third point. The one is underneath your eye. Now you can do one-handed or you can do 2 hands. I like to do 2. You can tap under your eye or 1. It just kind of feels whatever feels right. That's your next point. And then you want to come to underneath your nose. That's your tapping. And then from there, underneath your chin. And then you want to come down to your collarbone. If you come down from your throat chakra and you come down right to the center of your chest and you come out, that's your collarbone. You type on your collarbone. Okay. So that's your next meridian point. And then after that one, you come under your arm. For women, it's about where bra strap is. Okay. So underneath your, a little further down from your armpit, you tap underneath your arm. And then you come back and you tap on the top of your head. So those are your EFT tapping points. Those are the 9 different tapping points of your meridians. Now, if you are really stressed and you're in a meeting or something, let's say that you are in, let's just say you're in a face-to-face meeting and you're with your, with people and you start getting stressed because the project's not going well, or they're asking you to do things that you know you don't want to do or whatever, and you can feel that stress rising, it's really easy to just start tapping on your hand. You can kind of put your hands in your lap and then you can fold your, sorry, it's a little awkward if I were sitting, but excuse me, I could put my hand on my lap and then I could just have my karate chop, and you literally can just start karate chop on your hand. And it's really not very noticeable. It looks more like just a little fidgety habit. But, you know, if you start doing this in a meeting or start doing this or those, people are going to start looking at you really, really funky. So I would not suggest you do the other parts in a public situation unless you're going to be honest with everybody and be like, hey, you guys are stressing me out, so I have to do my EFT right now. Okay. The other part about EFT is that what you want to do that's really, really important to it is you want to say the fear or the anxiety or the problem, the challenge. You really want to bring that up because it's important to get it out. When I'm working with my clients with Soulstar Magic and they really have a lot of challenging information going on, a lot of things that they're happening, one of the things I make you guys do is I make you name your fear. So I don't make you, you can do anything you want to do. Obviously it's your choice and we're in a session, but I ask you to bring up your fear. Because one of the things that happens is we are afraid, so we push that fear down. And by pushing that fear down, all we're doing is it's like you're just putting the, you know, we have a pot that is about ready to boil over, and then you just put the lid on top of it. And depending on what's going on with the situation, it's going to boil over anyway. So it's better to just lift the lid off, and it's better to just say what you have to say, because it's really amazing the relief, the actual body somatic release we get when we just name our fear. Okay. So you name it, you say what's going on. So you guys give me some examples, because I want to walk us through and I want to do a little one. Give me an example of something that you might be having a challenge with lately, or something that's coming up for you, so I can kind of maybe pick one or pick a couple of them that I can walk through when we do the demonstration really quick. So it would be really helpful. It would also allow me to get a little bit of feedback and some engagement. So if you guys just tell me a fear and anxiety or something that comes up for you that's kind of common, and put it in the comments, then I will try to use one of those for our demonstration. Okay. So play along with me, please. Please be my playmate today. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So what we want to do is we want to say what is going on, right? We want to say it out loud, and then whatever it is, it's having our anxiety and that kind of stuff. And then just keep tapping, and you'll tap and you'll say the things out loud. And the statement is even though, and then you say whatever the fear or the thing is, and you just start talking and you tap and you talk. And it's almost as if you're talking to like one of your best friends, and you're just saying, hey, here's what's going on. I'm afraid of this. I have fear over this. This is what I'm worried about, and those kind of things. And then once you actually feel your parasympathetic nervous system moving, your autonomic system moving into the parasympathetic, when you start to feel better, right? When you're actually having a body sigh of relief, then you can move on to where you can add, you can add a positive statement behind it. Oh, thanks, you guys. Julie says, I'm moving back to the area where my house burned. That's causing fear. Going out into COVID in public. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah. Going out into COVID in public. Whew, I haven't tapped on that one. Hitomi, that's really a good one. Okay. Let me just move on really quick because I don't want to bore you on this. So let me move on and let's go ahead and we'll just do a demo on this. And then if anybody wants to do more of this, you can look it up online. And honestly, I love this so much. I may end up just doing I may do like a live, a 1 hour live just on this, where it's a Zoom and you guys come along and then we'll just kind of tap together, and we can do that off of Zoom. So that's pretty awesome. I'm seriously thinking about it because this is a great tool. Okay. So I'm going to go with Hitomi. Hitomi, we're going to go with yours today. Thanks for playing along. I appreciate it. So Susan says fear of taking a first yoga class or another exercise class. Okay. That's an awesome one too. So actually, you know what? I think Susan, Hitomi, I'm going to go with Susan's right now just because it's kind of easier. Okay. COVID's a little bit more charged, and actually exercise is a little bit more easier. Okay. Okay, awesome. So here we go with the demo. So Susan, here's the demo. We're going to start with the karate chop, and here's what it would look like. I would be afraid. I'm going to go take a Pilates class for the very first time, and I know Pilates is, a lot of people are going to be in shape there. I'm worried that I'm not going to do it right, and I'm worried I'm not going to look very good. I'm worried I'm going to be hot and stinky and sweaty and yucky, and I'm just going to feel really much like a fat fish out of water. Okay, so let's just like put that scenario up. Okay, I'm not saying that's you, Susan. I'm putting that in myself and my own head and the way I feel. Let me take a quick drink of water. If Laura were here, she would tell me to drink. So hang on. Okay, here we go. Even though I am going to my very first Pilates class today, and I am afraid of what is going to be there, even though I don't know what this Pilates class is going to look like, and I don't know what the teacher is going to be like, even though I'm worried that every single person that's going to be in this Pilates class looks like a Barbie doll or an athlete and knows how to do every move perfectly, and I'm going to really look like a fish out of water, I'm still going to go to the Pilates class. Even though I may not know what the routine looks like, and even though I may make some missteps on the Pilates class, I know that this is good for my health, and I'm going to go. Even though I'm really concerned that I'm not going to be able to keep up in the Pilates class, even though I'm really worried I'm going to get hot and stinky and sweaty, I'm still going to go to this Pilates class because I know that it's really good for my body. And here we go. Usually when we get here, we get a little bit deeper. When we start doing this, we start going layers deeper instead of just the circ. So, and you have to go with what comes up, what feels, okay? So here we go. I had a feeling that came up through this. I'm going to talk about it. It's in my collarbone area. Even though I'm really worried about the size and shape of my body, and even though I feel bigger than I should be, and even though I feel heavy, I know that exercise is really good for me. And I know that even a little bit of exercise will be good for my body, my endorphins, and will make me feel better in the long run. On top of your head. Even though I know that I'm out of shape, I know that I have to start somewhere. And that exercise is something that I build up to. And that I know I don't have to get it perfect. I just need to begin and begin somewhere. Okay, so that's the head. So now I can go back for another round because I'm actually starting to get to the root of my fear. And my fear, the root of my fear of going to this Pilates class is that I am not going to be accepted. I'm going to look outcast. I don't have the perfect body. I'm not worthy, right? So that's where you get down to it. So I'll come back again. I'll do it again. So even though I don't feel worthy to be at this Pilates class with other people who are in shape, I am worthy and I love and accept myself. Even though I may be out of breath at this Pilates class and not be able to know how to do the moves, I love and accept myself. Even though this Pilates class may be a little bit more than I want to do right now, I know I have to start somewhere. And I love and accept myself. Even though the teacher of the Pilates class may not be very nice to me, and even though I may have a lot of judgments about her perfect body, I love and accept myself. Whew, let's see. Even though I'm scared, it's okay. I'm safe. It's just a Pilates class. I love and accept myself. Hey, I'm actually looking forward to this Pilates class. I love and accept myself. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm going to do the best I can. I can only do the best I can. And I am beginning to do something really good for me. I love and accept myself. Okay, you guys,